The dripping sound of black, oily coffee percolates in a purring stir, as it were a grey, slender hand guides the pot, pouring over top into a fine bone china cup. The silver teaspoon swirling in the space, steaming up a sliver of more grey hues, as thin creased lips blow cooling breath over the hot brew. 2 lumps of white crystal sugar, silver clawed, are lowered into the tiny tub of lava-hot Java. Clinking the side of the fine china, ringing in silver and bone, stirring the purring of an all-black cat erupting upon the counter, the black cat's deep emerald green orbs eyeing a saucy look at the silver creamer. The steam from the pot vapor hot, making the mask of Mort a mirage in the distance, dining upon the table opposite side of the ornate room. Sipping his thin lips to the cup, his eyes still half-lids. The grey overtones to his entire home echoes in fossil faded colors, contrasted only by 2 solemn columns cascading down from the ceiling, creating an altar-like effect to the mantelpiece, where there rested 2 dark black eggs, urns enrobed and enraptured in a capture of gold, as a ribbon of light and life through the darkness. The black cat on the counter meows for her milk. Mort crunches the stale sound of dry toast and leaves the crusty butts of the bread upon the side plate, pouring some thick cream for the kitty cat who sat patiently opposite Mort, watching him nearly finish his breakfast. Mort's porch is a pale pastel of pewter grey, accented on either side by 2 woolen steel-cut trees, roughly shaking in the cool morning breeze. The house framed around the pale pastel porch was chiseled in charcoal and stones slate grey. The modest home had licorice black shingles on the roof that appeared shiny and slick in the morning before the sun had a chance to soften their reflecting. The front door, too, dark as black night, and the hue of wet licorice, slick and sickly. The front door ajar, as a view from afar across the street revealed Mort, dressed in his Sunday best. Mort locked the door behind him with an old skeleton-style key as he turned sharply, stiffly around and found the umbrella latch to pop it open. He stood in a protected shadow, shaded bubble for a brief moment and checked his watch. 6 a.m. On this particular morning, Mort was wearing what he would normally, a finely designed 3-piece suit, custom-tailored and carefully accented with cufflinks, cravat, and a crimson corsage. He carefully navigates the puddles in his black-on-black saddle shoes and closes the iron gate behind him. His house, quietly, quaintly asleep, with a faint glow of the tungsten porch light set against the still black of night, the moon a crest in the sky opposite the rising house of the sun, a new day. The shadowy figure moves autonomously through the morning fog, only as a shape silhouetted in the cloud of dust. The morning fog taking hours to lift by the slow morning sun fighting the last of night. The bright blue sky blanketed in thick smoke, cloaks of cloud cover. The rain endlessly dripping down, relentless and merciless. The figure moving through the fog now appears in moving mirrors, reflecting in the puddles, splashing a clue to who moves among the mist, revealing Mort, standing before a great scarlet door. Even more ancient in its age was the golden knocker of a skull upon the door. The door sound creaking open as if it were a crypt. The knocker knocking against itself as the door slams shut, pounding against the sound of the downpouring rain. The asphalt assaulted by the torrential thunder, raining sheets and crashing lightning, illuminating the size and shape of the great old building, the weather vane high above, spinning in the swirling wind. Below that, an oddly out-of-place red neon sign that flickers on, reading, Mort's Mortuary.